Hey everyone, thanks again for joining me on Sealed for Good. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so. On today's episode, we are talking about the Gripset Tile Adhesive range, and I have with me Shandy Milans, our Technical and Training Manager. So as you know, we have released the Gripset Tile Adhesive range. We have our Sea Rubber, our Sea Mastic, our Sea Light and our Sea Stone adhesives. And no better for me to have Shandy along on this episode because other than being involved in the feedback and trials of it, his past experiences as both a TAFE coordinator, trainer, lecturer, wherever you were, Shandy, and a tiler in the trade and using products, it's nothing like having someone that's used product to really give the feedback on it and what the differences are. So let's just run through those, Shandy. The Sea Rubber, it's an adhesive I know that we thought we needed in the range. Where do you see that product in terms of being something for the tilers to use as part of the systems now?
So really the idea behind the Sea Rubber was to offer the tiling contractor a option when they really need to have like an economical,
cost-effective option.
Yeah, cost-effective option for the mainly main floor stick downs. So large areas, really easy to mix, easy to trowel, not too heavy to sort of work with, and offer that value that is sometimes required when you are laying down. And
there's a lot of tilers around the country that still like that rubber-based product out there, particularly for floors, as you were saying.
Yeah, so the other thing is for that type of application, it's something that's really familiar to the tiling contractors. So it's something that is easy to take up for them as well. It's familiar, easy to take up, and it does the job that it's intended to do.
And for applications on the membranes, primarily for internal wet areas?
Yeah, so mainly internal wet areas. It can be used externally, but there's a little bit more precaution that needs to be taken as far as just assessing the application that is going to be suitable for that type of product.
Great. So the Sea Mastic, Shandy, the difference between that now and the Sea Rubber, what would a tiler lean to the Sea Mastic for over the Sea Rubber?
So you're going to have increased performance. So as far as what the capabilities of that product is versus a Sea Rubber, being a C2 class adhesion versus a Sea Rubber, which is a C1, it gives you that additional versatility. So that you can start using it for larger format tiles on walls, and still suitable for those main floor applications. So still quite economical and good value for what it is as far as performance. And
doing our systems where we've got wet areas, both internal and external, we've got balconies. We've got our express lay, we've got our PF systems, we've got the 38 outside. Direct stick on all those is fine?
Yeah, not an issue whatsoever.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So then the Sea Light was always one that's captured me. We did have this before and it's been reformulated now because we've got the expertise and the lab that can do it. And it's a great product, and I'm a big believer that that's where the market goes. I've seen a lot of European trends where a lighter weight product but still getting the same coverage. So what size bag are we for the Sea Light?
So 50 kilos for the Sea Light.
But it can do the coverage of a 20 kilos.
Yeah,
so you're climbing them upstairs all day, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Some guys might want to carry two at once, but it's a lot easier than carrying 40 kilos. But the 15 kilo does fall into the OH&S side. But more importantly, what other properties has the Sea Light got that you would use instead of the Sea Mastic or the Sea Rubber?
Yeah, so I think you touched on an important point as far as this new range. So having the opportunity to have products that are being developed and confirmed in those test laboratories in those conditions, we're really confident with the range, and it is those familiar products that tilers are already using now. So having a lightweight, not only is a preferred sort of style of tile adhesive these days because of the reduced fatigue when you're applying the product. And as you mentioned, when you're playing the on-site Olympics, you can carry those extra bags up the stairs, go for gold. But yeah, it's just a much nicer product. It's preferred, and we do have that confirmed performance there as well. And
as a C2 grade adhesive as well, and you mentioned about the fatigue side. So as a tiler, in your days when you're on your hands and knees, you're doing big floor areas. That fatigue, every hour of
you just go home feeling a bit better, than using the typical standard adhesives. And then the other benefit to the Sea Light as well is that it can be used immersed as is, so mix it up and you can use it for pool applications.
And that's a great one because we've had a lot of our specifications with our systems for that, with the C1P and the Gripset 2P membranes, and we've always had to put a different adhesive with an additive in there. So
it eliminates the need to do that additional work as well. And then also the fact that it's an S2 So it does offer the maximum flexibility in that classification range also.
So for the guys that are doing our systems where we're putting the membranes on, particularly sheet flooring, and you just want to offer that a little bit more of a tighter specification and performance with our sheet systems or the liquid systems, Sealight would be a great option to go with.
Yeah, so it's sort of the equivalent to what we do with our liquids versus sheets.
Yeah.
That's sort of where the Sealight sits in our adhesive range.
So then let's get to the sea stone, because this comes up more and more all the time because natural stone's being used, it's a feature tile, and with those selections it becomes more risk or more attention to detail that's required.
Yeah.
And so the sea stone's been developed really for eliminating that whole moisture staining issue.
Yeah, so for Class A moisture sensitive stone, it's our go-to product. As well as giving you that faster setting property as well, which makes your normal applications sort of that turnaround.
So after 4 hours you
yeah.
can start to grout.
But look, it's always good to always start with clarification of the stone that you're using, getting the detail from that supplier, and then just talking to your local Gripset rep and yeah, definitely go for the sea stone.
One of the questions that comes up all the time, because we've called it sea stone, we talk about the natural stone, but this whole fast cure application, getting on it after 4 hours, is also a feature that you can still use it with non-natural stone tiles, that's correct?
Yeah, definitely. So it's still a C2 class adhesive, and with all the same sort of features as something like the sea mastic, but then you also have the addition of that fast set.
So when you've got these jobs where you want, we keep talking about the express range and how we get things done quickly. So if you want to go with that bulletproof quick system, you've got the express range of membranes or sheets. You've got the ability, or if you want to go to PF if you wanted to do that, but then you get the ability to put your adhesive on it that you don't have to wait, because some sheets will take longer because there's no absorption in them. So this will still dry quickly. They can get on it quicker, grout, and they really have an express system as well with the tile adhesive to match.
Yeah, correct.
And most importantly, now it's a full system, and from your end where you've done a lot of training and a lot of consulting, the importance of a system for our clients and builders and architects in general.
It's peace of mind because the products have been developed together. We've confirmed the performance of them as a system, and then it's just that additional peace of mind that we can offer to our clients, and then they can offer to their clients.
So guys, if you are wanting to inquire about the adhesives any further, you get onto the 1-800-650-435 number or the website, gripset.com, will give you those details. Again, if you've forgotten to subscribe or you haven't subscribed to Sealed for Good, get on that and do that. If you've got any further questions on the tile adhesives, you've got our team around the country, on the road, and also in the training and technical department. And watch out for more news on the systems with the tile adhesives with Gripset. Sheeny, thanks for joining me on this one.
Thank you.
And if anyone wants to have specific questions, and it's a longer one, shoot you an email.
Yeah, so info@gripset.com. You can send all your inquiries through there, and then you can also comment on this video and catch us on social media as well.
See you next time, guys.